Hi there, Julie Piet Cassidy, and it's Tanglewood Thursdays. And I have been experiencing some of the craziest technical difficulties. So I'm just going for this. And this is just, you're getting more and more and more of my authentic self because this is life. I don't even know what to say. Anywho, we're going to just go ahead and get started. So last week, I promised that I would bring to Tanglewood Thursdays practical processes that can be used and applied in your day-to-day life. Much of what I've learned and am continuing to learn comes from the Abraham Hicks School of Teaching. So this is one of the processes that they work with, and this is called clarity through contrast. So let me just back up a minute and say this. As a reminder, we want to keep our thoughts as positive and as good feeling as we can. When we have moments in our life that present us with what I call and what many call contrast, contrast equals anything that you feel resistance to. Something comes at you and you just go, oh, I hate the way that feels. Well, take a look at what's happening. All of a sudden your energy just plummets and you are just in this place of not feeling good. So the idea is, what do you need to do to pivot your thoughts and get them to a place that makes you feel better? Sometimes that is so hard to do because it can be a crazy, crazy world if you watch the national news or if, there's some tragedy that happens. It's very difficult. So I don't at all. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's happening now. Something's beeping around me. Anyway, so here's what I'm going to do to get started. Just know that things will come at you all the time. And the point is you have tools you can use to shift and pivot your thoughts. Okay? So this is called clarity through contrast. Some of you may be familiar with it. For those of you who are not, you're basically just going to take a piece of paper. You're going to divide that paper into two columns. Column number one, I'm going really fast, I know, but I'm afraid my technology is going to give out on me. Column number one is contrast. So you can put a little title, contrast. Column two, clarity. Now, I made up a sample page. What I realized, though, is that I think it's going to show up as a mirror image, but I'm going to do it anyway. So there it is. That's a sample, okay, of what your page should look like. So I hope that helps. Now, what I did was I used just a few examples. And so contrast equals anything in your life that you do not wish to have in your experience. And then clarity is what is another way of looking at that experience that is of benefit to you and all that you are. So one item I wrote down as a sample is, I am hurt by people telling me what to do. Anyone can identify with that? So when we feel like someone is coming at us and they're being bossy or they're directing us and they're not really in a position to be directing us, or they come at us with an attitude that we sense is aggressive, and it just makes us feel uncomfortable in our own skin. If you can identify with that, you feel that feeling, okay? It's a valid feeling, but I want you just to take a moment and before you absorb it all into your energy, just stop what you're doing, take a deep breath. If you can, maybe you just get out of the situation for a minute, but if you can't, just stand there and just absorb, don't react, and you can pivot your thoughts to this type of thing. You might say, people in my life are here to support me on my journey, and they provide me information that assists me in growth and expansion. Translation, either A, they are being very helpful and very loving, and that's a wonderful thing. Option, if they aren't being loving and helpful, then they are coming at you, but that's none of your business. If they're coming at you in an aggressive way, it may have something to do with what they're going through. So in a split second's time, you want to be able to say, hold on a minute. I don't claim what they're coming at me with. I'm going to just assume that this is some type of contrast that in my processing of it will allow me to grow and expand. So I hope that's helpful. Let's just do one more. I don't like rainy days. Well, it's pouring its fanny off out there today. I mean, it is just raining, raining, raining. I love the rain, but I'm not out in it today. I'm actually in my office working all day today. But on those days when I just am not ready for the rain, or if we've had rain for days in a row and I'm just starting to feel kind of funky, I try to pivot my thought to something like, I love it when it rains to nourish the grass, the trees, and the flowers. It also saves me the effort of watering all the plants by myself. Also saves on my water bill. So I think you might get the idea. That's just a quick sampling. I told you I would give you a process. Again, it's called Clarity Through Contrast. And it's a tool that I use with my clients, and it tends to immediately make them feel empowered. That once you observe a thought coming in and you get that it's making you feel badly, you can absolutely shift the way you apply your thinking to it and move forward. Don't let it get you stuck. Don't let it make you spin downward. Okay? So I hope that helps. Please keep in touch with me. I am going to post this simply on my Tanglewood Facebook page and also my Tanglewood Life Coaching website. I may also opt to try my subscription list and email it out to those of you who have subscribed to my website, tanglewoodlifecoaching.com. Thank you for that. You really answered my call very immediately, and I appreciate it very much. And if you have not done so, please go over to my website and go ahead, and there's a box that appears on the homepage. You can subscribe there. I won't barrage you with a bunch of emails. I'll just be sending you the Tanglewood Thursdays at first. I may then expand and offer intermittent emails from there. In the meantime, should you have any questions for me, you can email me at julie@tanglewoodlifecoaching.com or reach me through the website or my Facebook page. And as always, I love you. Lots of love and light to you. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week. Thanks so much.